What's up, guys? Sitting down this evening doing this video because I'm tired. I've been on my feet all day working on the 93 coupe that's sitting behind me, and I haven't really done much of a feature about this car. So it's a 93 coupe. It's pretty much all original. That's all original paint sitting on every body panel. Every VIN sticker is there. All the numbers match. And I just picked this car up a couple days ago, late last week. What's going on, guys? Early morning here. Got the float hooked up to the back of the truck and going on a little bit of a road trip this morning. Finally going to collect Project Blank. And for those of you who aren't up to speed, I've been rebuilding a stockish motor for a car and trying to make the motor look as clean as possible, saying that it needs to match the look of the car. And the car is a 93 black coupe, an original 5-liter 5-speed car, full power, that is a roller, which I picked up late last year. Now the story goes, because I'm sure everyone's wondering, why is there such a mint car sold as a roller? Well, the individual I got it from said that a guy had a crazy motor built for it, had it installed, went on the dyno, and the guy never did anything with the car after that. Never went to the track, never drove the car, and the car got acquired and just ended up getting parted out. So I ended up with what was left, which is this very extremely clean example of a Fox body. And it's cool that it's a 93 car. It was actually built in August of 93, so it's probably one of the last that rolled off the assembly line, and last of this whole era, right? We're talking about 60,000 original miles on it. The car looks super clean in the pictures. It's a trusted seller that I know very well, who I'm finally going to pick the car up from. And if it looks anything like those pictures, this is going to be a sweet car. And that motor that I've been rebuilding is just going to be the absolute perfect fit for it. So finally, the time has come, because I bought this car probably October, November-ish 2019, if I remember correctly. So it's been a while coming. He was nice enough to store it over the winter and wait for me to get back into the country. But all good. So we got about an hour and a half drive here, and excited to see what the car's going to look like. So the name for the car is Project Blank, and it's really just because I couldn't come up with anything more creative. You know, there's nothing custom happening to this car in terms of a build. It's actually extremely straightforward because I'm not customizing, I'm not really adding anything. It's all about simplicity and kind of restoring and putting everything back to the way that it would be in 93. So I don't really have intentions as of yet to keep the car either. It'll probably be a car that I will list for sale. I do need to make money in order to continue to play with and create more projects. So that's sort of the direction. So it's really a blank slate for someone, blank canvas, as you will. And that's about it. So as you can see, the car is black on gray leather. It has full power options, power windows, power locks, AC. The AC was actually all still hooked up in the engine bay when I got the car, so I don't know if the system is still charged or not. So yeah, it's fully loaded. I actually don't even mind the gray interior on this car, probably because of the leather. Now the seats have been swapped out at some point. They have the bolsters that go the lumbar underneath your legs, which did not come in 93, and coupes, to my knowledge, I don't think ever came with leather. So somebody has swapped them out. They must have recovered the rear seat to make it fit, because they're not hatch seats or anything like that. Everything looks and fits the way that it should in the car, and it actually looks really good. Have a quick look on the inside of the car here. Super clean, as I said. You know, these door panels are mint. I'm sorry the lighting is a little dark in here, just because this is underneath another car on the 4-post lift. Here's the leather that I was talking about, how 93 didn't come with that style of a seat. But these rear seats, guys, those look real nice in here. So whoever did those or found those did a really nice job. You can see that I've got the motor installed. It's not sitting 100% straight in the bay because the transmission is not yet installed, because it is sitting here on the floor next to me. So I just got this all cleaned up and painted this evening. The bell housing and everything else is already installed on the car, so it should be pretty straightforward to install the transmission once I get the car on the hoist and up in the air. Once we do that, then we get the drive shaft on and get all the fuel system gone over and make sure that do the last few checks on the engine to make sure that it's ready to fire for the first time, as this is the motor that I've just spent the better part of last week with myself and Mr. Notorious tearing it down and rebuilding it with the Summit Racing rebuild kit. So the motor was, higher mile motor that had pretty good compression. If you guys saw that video, it was about 130 to 150 across the board. And I really just wanted to make sure that the motor that goes into this car is reliable and solid. Again, a good representation of what this car truly is, being so solid and so original. So that's pretty much where we are. The car does have a red coil spring in there already, so they might be sport lines. They could be something else. I know Mack uses red springs as well. So there is a lowering spring in the car. That and maybe some exhaust will probably be the extent. And a Hurst shifter. There happens to be a Hurst shifter already installed in this transmission, so that can stay with it. And other than that, guys, maybe cold air intake if I can't find really nice clean factory airbox stuff. So that's pretty much it about Project Blank and this 1993 coupe. It's pretty straightforward, pretty quick. Most of the time was spent on the motor and just cleanup and detailing and all those things. There's a long way to go. The interior is in immaculate condition as well, so there's not going to be too much detailing that I need to do in there, but just kind of cleaning up the rest of the engine bay, making sure everything is tidy, put in the right locations. I did come across a coil cover that is true to, the Fox bodies are extremely rare to find, especially that still have the wiring diagram and everything on them. The car does have, the wiper motor cover being a 93 as well, and that's gonna be it. There's a couple little tiny dings here and there on the car, like nothing that you would probably even really worry about, but I'll be getting some paintless dent removal done just to make sure that the body is perfect, and a nice cut and polish to make sure that the paint is just gleaming. You can see how nice and straight this car is. I'm very excited to get it in and get that motor in here and get this car back on the road. So this is going to be a very nice car for someone at the end of the day. I'm expecting that I'll probably pull a pretty good penny as well. So that's the car, guys. If you're interested, you can let me know as well. In most cases cars are sold before I even advertise them, but this one's just sort of been kind of a secret that nobody's known about. And I think maybe some of you guys are getting confused because I have another black coupe that's on its way as well. So that's a 1988, if I remember correctly. That one's sitting in a enclosed trailer on its way from Victoria, British Columbia, all the way to myself here in the Kawartha Lakes, Ontario. So that'd be a cool car to go over. It did belong to a friend of mine that I've known for 20 odd some years, and he's just at a different time in his life, and he's got himself a nice newer GT350. So that'll be a cool car to go through as well, and we'll do a video on it once it shows up. Other than that, we'll be sure to keep you guys up to date and informed on what happens with this 93, and really look forward to sharing all that with you guys. So thanks again for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, share the videos, give me any feedback that you got. I'm always happy to hear it, whether it's good or bad, and we'll see you guys next time.